my name is Dajia.
My name is Christiana.
And my name is Devina.
We're from Denver, Colorado. Me and Christiana met at Manual High School. It's like right in the heart of Denver. It's a red zone school, low graduation rate, 99% students of color. But we did have the opportunity of having the same writing teacher all 4 years. And in those 4 years, we challenged injustice within our school building, within our community, just in our lives in general. We were able to go to the radio. We were consistently asked to be in college classes, speaking to college students about the injustices that we were facing. We eventually, during our senior year, we created a writing center. It was completely student-led, and the point of it being completely student-led is that we get a say in our education, we get a say in our voice, and we want our voice to be heard, and we wanted to give that same experience to our peers. Unfortunately, we got pushed out of our high school because I feel like that we challenged the structure that was in the school because we spoke our voice, and I don't think that our administration liked us speaking our voice. So we moved out to the community a little bit after that. We had lost one of our co-founders, and it just gave us more motivation to continue, and we ended up calling it the Mardale Writing Center.
So, like we mentioned, it was all student-led. We wanted to show students that education is more than sitting in a classroom for 8 hours. Writing is more than just it's more than a grade, it's more than just writing an essay and turning it in. And within 1 year of building the Writing Center, we've worked with more than 700 students, 40 schools across Denver, mostly all students of color like us, just to show them that education is important and that you do have a voice in your education and you get to decide what you want to do and how you want to learn. And we all have our own personal stories about how working in a student-led environment and kind of just pushing educators out of the way has made a difference. So to start, I was in a concurrent enrollment class my senior year of high school, and we were facing a lot of microaggressions in the classroom. The professor didn't think we were even worthy enough of writing a simple paragraph in an essay. We would sit in class for the whole hour, and he would show us how to write an essay. And the administration didn't want to do anything about it. They just wanted us to kind of just sit through the class. We just kind of had to deal with it because we needed the class to graduate. And I was really fed up with it because I know that me and my peers were so much more than what they thought we were. So I decided to write a blog post about how I felt, and I learned so many things about how this happens across the nation. And my blog post was read by numerous people, and me and Dajia were invited to speak on a panel at one of the top universities in Colorado, which is mostly white, which was it felt good to know that there was people that wanted to hear our stories, being in such a small neighborhood, being in such a small school. And we were talking to future teachers. We talked about like 3 graduate classes, and it was just nice to know that there's so much more to student-led. Like, you can achieve so much if you kind of just do your own thing and push educators out of the way. So yeah, Dajia's gonna start with her story.
So I worked with a young girl. She was about the same age as my baby sister right here. She's like 13. Her name was Alexi. And when we moved out into the community, we were able to help more, not just high school kids, but we reached out to middle school kids, elementary kids. And Alexi was in middle school, and we invited her to our open house, and she was very nervous. I knew that she wanted to come. She asked her mom to bring her, and she didn't have the confidence to get up and speak. She loved watching the kids speak and speak their voices. She loved hearing it. She even wrote a lot in her notebook. And the second that I asked her to speak, she did not want to speak. And I think that has a lot to do with the school structures. Students learn different. Every student learns differently, but not every teacher teaches differently. And I think that's what the problem was. And so the point of the Writing Center being student-led is that we don't have that helicopter teacher watching over you the whole time. You're working with a student, and I was older than her, but I was still a student, and she felt more comfortable with me. And towards the end of the year, Alexi was so eager to get up, and she had the confidence. And when teachers get out of the way and let students take over of their community and take over their education, that's when students have the confidence to actually get self-involved. And then Devina's also going to tell you her story.
Hi, I'm 13 years old, and being a little sister, you're always looking up to your older sister, and so me being a little sister, that's what I do. And it was really inspiring getting to see my sister do all the things that she was doing and being a funder of the Writing Center. So I decided to join it and be part of the community design team. And I think it was just really, it's so cliche, but it was life-changing because it really made me open my eyes at such a young age of how much the worth of education. Because like 2 months ago, I got to go to Harvard and I got to go talk to a class that they were learning about ethnic studies, and I basically got to go and tell my story, and it was just really eye-opening because I got to see that my voice is heard, that not everybody they don't just listen, but they actually comprehend what I'm saying, and it feels good to know that, you know, your voice matters, so yeah.
So basically, moral of our story is that teachers should stop being scared and let students take over their education, because when students do take over their education, it's scary, but it's scary good. And also, if we start doing that, students will be involved in more conversations like this. They will not just be on the videos. They'll be filling up these front rows right here.
Thank you.